So welcome to the new Let Me Be Frank weekly feature, which we're calling Frankly Speaking. And it's going to come out once a week, and it's brought to you in association with Capital 500, which is a Glasgow-based company who deal in commercial property, everything from offices to retail units, industrial units, and so on. And whether you're looking to sell premises or looking for business premises to rent, they're very efficient and always welcome new clients. And they also deal with land suitable for car parks and sites for EV charging. So if you own some land, give them a call or message. It just might be suitable for EV charging, which will generate income. And based in Glasgow City Centre, get in touch today and tell them Frank sent you.
Don't forget.
Welcome to another Frankly Speaking bonus episode from the Let Me Be Frank team with myself, Simon Houston, and Frank McAvennie.
How you doing?
Big week, because at the end of this week, Scotland will know who they've got in the World Cup draw for next summer. Exciting time. You must be looking at that and all these memories flooding back.
Yeah, of course it is. Well, especially because they've got a chance of going back to Mexico. And that's where I was, it was funny. It reminded me, because you know what I'm like. I was standing in the queue and we were just, me and my missus Moya, we were talking about, there was a big crowd, we were talking about where to go. Mm-hmm. And she was saying, what about going to Mexico? And somebody says, you ever been to Mexico? And I said, no, I've never been. And Moya's looking at me and saying, do you know playing the World Cup? I said, oh yeah, everyone was howling. I've just forgot about it. It's not a holiday, it was a work.
Well, we'll be hoping, Scotland fans will be hoping that there's no another group of death.
Yes.
Because that group Scotland had in '86 was actually a proper group of death. It was Germany, Uruguay and Denmark.
Denmark, yeah.
And Denmark were,
good team.
Great team. And a young Michael Laudrup, never mind Brian Laudrup, Michael Laudrup. Because they hammered Uruguay.
They reckoned he was better than...
They took 6 off Uruguay.
Mexico, they reckoned he was better than Michael. Was it Michael?
Well, Michael was older of the two than Brian.
Brian, they reckoned Michael was better than Brian.
They were both world class.
They were both different class, weren't they?
Aye, so. Is that great radio phone-in guy when the guy was trying to, I think it was Clyde about years ago, they had a discussion about whether Brian Laudrup, who was at Rangers at the time, was the best player in Europe.
I see.
And somebody says, not even the best player in the Zenhus. But anyway,
yes, that's a good answer.
So Mexico, group of death.
Yes.
First game was against Denmark. Lost 1-0. Did you come on in that game?
Yeah.
Charlie got injured, didn't he? Charlie Nicholas got injured.
I can't remember.
You did.
I come on, and I come on against Germany, and then I get left out.
You weren't even stripped against Uruguay?
No, never seen us.
Fergie
the one game you want, Graham Souness. I've always said that, and I'll probably say it again in this podcast. The one game you want Graham Souness and your team was against Uruguay. Mm-hmm. Especially when they get a man set off the first minute.
Yeah. I
think Graham could have organised. Played Paul McStay, but you know what I think of Paul.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been better playing Paul and Souness.
Two of them.
Right.
Well, to bring 10 men down for 89 minutes, and Stevie Nicol missed that glorious opportunity. But Alex Ferguson didn't make many mistakes in his career at all as a manager, really.
Big one then.
But he made, but not starting you alongside Charlie Nicholas in that World Cup. That rankled you, didn't it, Frank? That kind of, you've mentioned it a few times over the years.
It does bother me. It really does bother me because I should have been starting
instead of Paul Sturrock, who started.
No, do you know what it was? The press, you guys, I blame you. You guys took me away with Charlie and got us dressed up in sombreros and all that kind of stuff and said, this is your two guys, because everyone knew myself and Charlie Nicholas were sort of born. If you could manufacture two players to play with each other, it was myself and Charlie Nicholas.
Why is that?
Charlie wanted everything to feet, didn't want to move, and I'll take everything over the top.
And you ran over, you were the battering ram.
Aye, I'd put myself about, but it was just... Charlie was, and we were pals. Mm-hmm. We're good friends. So, and we enjoyed when we played together. We enjoyed it. I know in Celtic in the twilight of our careers, but what a laugh we had playing.
Also, it's important to mention again for younger viewers that are listeners that you had just had a phenomenal season at West Ham.
Well, everything about playing up front is about confidence, and I scored 28 goals that year. So.
And West Ham's highest ever finish in the top flight.
Ever. I mean, I don't think anyone's...
So you were flying.
Myself and Tony scored 50 odd goals between us, so we were flying.
You're super confident.
Yeah.
You're playing you would have been potentially playing against a guy, as you say, that you were born to play next to, because you're complementary styles.
Yeah.
But Fergie goes with Paul Sturrock.
It goes with Paul Sturrock. But I wish listen, Paul's a good player, but I just thought, making one and scoring one to get us to the finals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Playing at Australia, which was a horrible game for a striker to play over there, because there's no many chances, and we were under the cosh a wee bit.
Yeah. What was it? Did you have much of a relationship with Fergie after that? After the World
really.
Cup? No, did you not speak to him very much? Did you ever kind of have it out there?
I had it out with him when I scored 2 goals at Old Trafford the first game back in the start of the season. I scored 2 of them. And we beat him 3-2, and I had a wee smile.
But I suppose there's no hard feelings now.
Oh,
by the way, I'd love to get him on here, get him in the studio.
Yeah, that's what he is. I mean, I was more friends with Martin, his brother, who's no well, so I hope, I feel sorry for him, but he's no well. He's got dementia, I think he's got. But I was more pals. He was assistant manager, St Mirren with Alex Miller.
Right.
So Alex was a bad guy and Fergie was a good guy, and I used to have some good laughs with him. So it was. You remember all that?
Yeah. So the big issue, part of the issue will be who's going to score the goals for Scotland next. Because there was an embarrassment of riches, I suppose you could argue.
Every
in Mexico.
single one of the ones I'm going to mention now would get 100 caps for Scotland. I get 5. People say, "How?" I was up against Mo Johnson, Charlie Nicholas, Alan McCoy, Kenny Douglas was still playing, Stevie Archibald, Graham Sharp, Paul Sturrock, David Speedy. It was unbelievable amount of strikers we had, and I'm thinking I've missed somebody out, but it was just incredible. It was incredible to think any single one of them would get 100 caps. Now you would take any one of them. I was fortunate to get to the World Cup and play. Timing's everything, so that was the reason.
Yeah. I don't think you did miss anyone out. I'm trying to think, but there's a lot of really good, a lot of great names. Great names.
Graham Sharp played with Lineker at Everton. He scored 20 odd goals.
He never ever really did it for Scotland, did he?
No,
he went for
brilliant
games, loads and loads of games before he broke his duck.
Aye.
If he ever did break,
but he did. He did a lot. He was a good
tell you
player.
who you've forgotten. 86, Brian McClare.
Oh, was Brian about? Aye.
Brian was around. Brian was so 86. Was that Celtic had just won the league at Love Street in 86,
of course,
and then he went to Man United the following year. So Brian would have been
there.
He probably wasn't part of that.
Another one.
Aye. So there's about 9 or 10 strikers. So I was very fortunate to get the games. Well, you played for your country in the biggest stage.
Played in the World Cup,
Aye.
So it's good.
Aye.
It's not for everyone. Can't say that now because they're now going. And well done, boys and proudies.
So, what do you think? If it's the current squad, the squad that qualified, and there's no additions to who would you think would be scoring Scotland's goals though? Is she Adams and Big Lyndon Dykes?
They've got a boy there that we don't know whether he's going to come in or not. He's been scoring goals for fun in the Premiership.
Harvey Barnes.
Scores goals. He's a natural left-sided player. We've not got. I mean, we've got Christie, who doesn't like playing out there. Really, he likes playing in. John McGinn likes to play in. We've not got anyone. And if Doak get injured, we've not got a natural winger.
Is it too late for Jamesy Forrest?
Oh, James is not
long gone his Scotland career.
God, I tell you what, you're reminiscing of and you're bringing people back, resurrecting from the dead. Bobby's still about. Bobby Lennox is still about. You want him in?
To give you an idea of what that's about, later on this week there'll be a special episode with Charlie McGrew, and we're discussing Callum McGregor, but we don't want to spoil that. We can keep that. But in summary, you don't think Calmac would come back for that?
I don't think so. Because you mean he'd be a bit part, and Calmac's not about that. So, and I think, as a Celtic supporter, I want him to have a good break in summer, come back fresh.
Yeah.
I don't want him to go away and play in the World Cup. I don't want him to go and train every day.
Yeah.
When he no disrespect, Calum, but when you get injured, son. When you came back, that's the best I've seen you.
Yeah.
For years. So that break done him a world of good. So I think that's why he's done it. He's wanting to go away with his family. He's done it for years.
Of course. And
you're people like you are trying to get him back in.
Without spoiling too much of this week's late episode with Charlie, I got a message from someone to say, what about Callum McGregor? I think it would be considered. I think Steve Clark would consider asking him to come out of international retirement. And it was just putting it out there.
I've been trying to get him to left out a game.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's been his best. I think he's been at his best. He scored a wonder goal against the Burn. But we never had a shot on target before that. So, and Cam used to supply so many great chances. Yeah. So, listen, I just think, leave him where he is. I think Cam, I don't think he want to go back. He's done it for years. You know, and you go away, his wife and family.
I know. But as you were saying, you get
4 weeks off or something. Go and have 4 weeks.
But it's also the pinnacle of any footballer's career playing the World Cup. And again, we're speculating. And Steve Clark, as you rightly say, might not even ask him.
No, he might not. I don't think he will ask him. I think we've got riches of players in there.
Well, we'll find out on Friday.
But I would talk about Callum, Harvey Barnes, different subject.
Aye.
Different. You want to play.
Do you think there will be an issue in the current squad? No.
I think so. Well, why? The players that are getting left out is the players. Whoever's getting left out isn't.
Maybe wouldn't be going anyway.
Wouldn't be going anyway, maybe. So
I suppose also that
there's a couple of players there that you think, are you going to miss them? No. Would you improve the squad if you come in?
Well, that's the thing. There's been an argument that that's unfair in the guys that got Scotland to the World Cup.
So what happens if somebody's brilliant up to now, right all the way through, from now to the end of the season? Do you take them?
Yeah.
You know, if somebody's on, like when I was on form, I scored hundreds of goals after Christmas to right up to the end of summer, end of the season.
Well,
you know, it's one of them. I just think if somebody's going to improve the squad, I think Stevie might. Stevie's his own man. He'll know. Somebody was suggesting that he'll have a word with the squad. No, he won't. He picks his own players. Stevie's his own man. You know, he's headstrong. And if it's going to improve his team, and if it's going to improve the balance, which it will, because he's out there, you know, going to squad, and you know he might not start, but my God, but I think after his first game he'll know, because I think he's a good player.
Yeah,
I think
and if you say
we've got an Englishman, we've got an Australian, we've got an Englishman up front.
I think the fact is, he played for England. He's pulled on the 3 lines, right? Even admittedly, it was a friendly, it was a competitive match, but some people might think, nah, that's a step too far. You know, he's played for England senior team in a match.
So if he comes back and scores against England, if you played him, you
no, I don't have an opinion on it. I'm neither here nor there. If he plays for Scotland and scores, great. If he doesn't, you know,
if he plays for Scotland, he'll create chances, and he's scoring goals.
Yeah, I know.
I just think he'd be a wonderful addition to your squad.
I think in summary, if you said to some of the current squad, look, with that guy in the team, there's a greater chance of making it out the group.
A better squad.
A better squad.
That's it, simple.
Yeah, okay.
Then there's no argument.
Yeah, fair
if that's the case. Yeah. And you'll know all the players in the dressing room anyway, a lot of the players.
Yeah.
So I don't think there'll be a problem with that. And Stevie won't be swayed with media or us or the players.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't like it, it's tough.
Well, as people are watching this, you're currently on holiday anyway, mate, so I don't know how you've managed to get yourself into the studio. That's quite clever.
I know. Tap by time.
But we'll have another good episode after this week, and we've got a cracker a week after next as well. We've got a few great guests coming up.
It's good. We've got a good few guests coming up. We've got a good one coming up in January as well. We've got great guests coming up in January.
A really good one for West Ham fans in January. It's great. So, right, we'll leave it there, and we'll be back again soon. We got keep an eye out for this week, because we'll be discussing the Callum McGregor subject in depth with this week's guest too. I don't mind telling you, big Charlie McGregor came on.
We got him back in,
and he's got some great stories this week as well. Particularly with golf from Henry Larsson. I loved that. Watch out for that one. That's so good. Right, mate. Have a great time in holiday, and we'll see you soon. And join us again next time for another episode of Let Me Be Frank. Take care.
Take care.